Hello and welcome to the Mill. You will get used to saying that because the Mill is now the home of our Chaotic Clarity podcast. This is our introduction, so you'll get to know a little bit about me and a little bit about Dawn. And I'll let Dawn introduce herself.
Thank you, Freya. Hello, my name is Dawn, and I'm very excited to be starting this, by the way. I am a hairdresser, a salon owner. I am also a mother of 3. I am a mentor in the middle of doing my qualification and course for that. And me and my husband also own a glamping site. We live in an old watermill, which is where we are right now, which is now our podcast studio.
Indeed.
Yes. So how did me and Freya meet, and why on earth are we doing this? Yeah, so a few years ago, my eldest was struggling with her mental health and she needed an autism and ADHD assessment. I was highly recommended to come and see Freya. So my daughter was diagnosed with autism, but there was 0 hints of any ADHD, was there? So that was a brilliant outcome. That was amazing. So that's how me and Freya met. And then fast forward, Freya contacted me to ask me if I'd like to appear on S4C with her. But that's she can fill you in with that after. Yes, and then here we are. Over to you, Freya.
Yeah, so thanks, Dawn. So I am a clinical psychologist. I have worked in the field of neurodiversity pretty much my whole career. It is my passion, my intense interest. It's the reason I get up in the morning. And yeah, so I met Dawn as part of her daughter's assessment. And then I knew that Dawn wanted to have an assessment herself.
Yep.
And had contacted me. And around the same time, the Welsh television company S4C had also contacted me, and they wanted to shadow me doing an ADHD neurodiversity assessment. And I immediately thought that Dawn would be an absolute wonderful ambassador for ADHD. She obviously has some of those struggles that everybody does, but also has so many of those wonderful skills that neurodivergent people have. So then Dawn and I did the S4C documentary together, which is available on the iPlayer if you'd like to have a watch of it. And then following that, Dawn and I obviously went our separate ways for a while. And then I had a hair disaster where I was very, very unhappy with my hair and couldn't think what to do. And then I remembered this wonderful woman who is very, very skilled in hair and hairdressing, and gave Dawn a call. So while Dawn was rescuing my hair, we were reflecting on the recording of the S4C program. And Dawn said so many people had been up to her and said, oh gosh, we saw you on the program, we've got lots of questions we'd ask, how about this, how about that? And I said, oh yeah, that was my experience as well. And then we both thought how much we actually really enjoyed the whole process of exploring these topics together. And that was where the idea of the podcast was born.
It was. And then we had to think about a name. And I think it was actually Steve, wasn't it, that helped. Not that we'd like to tell him that. But yeah, the chaos and the clarity, perfect. And the rest is history, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And we'll be helping you understand and have kindness towards yourself for all of that chaos.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully give you some tips and strategies to help with that clarity. Sometimes I'll be more chaotic and Dawn will be our clarity, and sometimes Dawn will be more chaotic and I'll be the clarity. But together we'll hopefully guide you through a whole load of different topics that are important to us, and hopefully we'll be that neurodiversity affirming best friend that you've always wanted.
Absolutely. And we're here to be authentic, to be genuine, to be real. It's not going to be perfect.
It never will be perfect.
And we don't want.
And there will be loads of blooper reels, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely.
So join us for our first episode, which we're talking about overwhelm. And again, lots of interesting things to explore on that one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. Thank you, guys.
See you soon. Bye.